I wanted to make a quick video. I want to fly through this. I just put out something about what I'm working on at the minute. So the other day I made a video showing this thing here. So it's a video management tool. We can, for the app, for this new home screen, it's not released yet, but you can see it down here. There's a list of videos, and we'll just put things here that we think will be useful for the users, for learners, relevant to Irish. And so I worked on this little thing to be able to manage those. So obviously we don't want to, just have 10 videos and then that's all you have for a month or so waiting for the next release. So we needed a way in order to, asynchronously manage those for everyone that's using the app. So that's what this tool does. So you can add a video, put your YouTube link in, it'll go and pull it from YouTube. It doesn't pull the actual video, just the information, the metadata of the video. And then that's actually all that's here in the app. It's just, text and an image, pretty much. And so you can do different things like change the order, which video comes first, different things like that. So you can pick the videos, you can change the title and the description and everything like that. And we have a link to if you click this, it will take you to the actual YouTube, where it's hosted, the channel where it's hosted. And then the name, you can click this, it'll take you to the channel owner or the channel. Click the video, it takes you to the video on the channel. Click the channel name, it takes you to the channel. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So if I stop featuring a video, say here, it'll be removed from that list in the app on everyone's device or wherever they're using the app. So you can see that happening. So this would happen on everyone's phone at once. We can change the order, we can do all of that. Yeah, so that's that tool. So I made something similar, which is for notifications. And I guess I was showing, just in case people are interested, that it doesn't look like much in the app, but there's actually a lot of logic behind the scenes that go into things like this. And here's another such example of that. So this is a notification management tool. And so this is for, you can probably guess, notifications. So these notifications are just in the app. They're not actually, like typical phone notifications. They're, why is this flashing? So these are internal tools. They're never going to be exposed to others. They're just internal for us to use. And this is another such one. So let me get rid of these things. Yeah, so you can see a few examples already. Let me get rid of that. This isn't actually appropriate. Let me just explain what's on the screen because you've already seen it. So the plan is we can use these for triggering notifications from within the app. So they wouldn't actually be triggered from here. I was just triggering them from here in order to see what it might look like. So yeah. So let me show you what it's actually used for. So let's get rid of these. And you can see the database being updated in the background. So this is a database, like a section of the database that's specific to me, this user that's logged into this app you see over here. So every user on the app has their own little, section of the database, because notifications need to be managed per user. So let me show you what it'd be used for, say. So say you're on the app, you're using the app, you're anywhere in the app, here or something, it doesn't matter, you're just using the app as normal. So what we can do internally is create a notification. Let's say we release something and a few weeks go by, and then we have a new release coming up, and we release it, then maybe we want to tell people that are using the old version, hey, there's a new version of the app, go and update your app. So that's what this tool's for. So let me show how that might look. New app version 1.5.5 has been released. Continue the story and then let's say it's an announcement. So all this does, this little field here, is changes how the pop-up looks. It's got a little icon if it's an achievement. It's got a little what do you call it? A little cup, like a trophy cup. Lesson is like a graduation cap. System is like a cog, a wheel cog, different things like that. So this, let's say it's an announcement. There's low priority. So what priority is the notification? Normal and high, just the difference there is how long they show on the screen before they automatically disappear. Critical is something that doesn't disappear. The user has to actually click something. And low priority isn't even shown on the screen. Low priority will only ever be shown. Let me actually trigger it. So we'll click low priority. And then I'm talking about Launch Scotia, so I'll make it trigger. I'll put a link on clicking this and selecting this. We'll put a little link on it, which will direct the user to this part of the app. So let me actually create that. So you can see it's low priority, so it didn't show up here. So if I go to my notifications, I'll see it here though, and it's on red. Me as the user hasn't interacted with it, so it's on red. But I can click it, and now it's red, and you can see the database for this user updated. And I can click here, and it'll take me to the appropriate place that was defined by the notification management tool. So that's cool. So let's click in, and let's create another one. So I'll make one now that actually shows on the screen. What could it be? New video featured. There is a cool new video. Check it out. And then it will direct us to. So it's what would it be? Let's say an announcement, and we'll do it high priority, and we'll make it take us to the home screen if we click it. And yeah, there's an expiration date. I can make this disappear by this date. So you can see it here. It popped up on the screen, and it's a high priority, so it stays up for a good amount of time, but it will disappear, as you just see. I can go and look at it. Let's see. Yeah, so they're both announcements. Let me do another one. So all it does actually, if I change it from announcement to lesson, say create, it just changes how it looks, the little icon. And let me actually do another one. I'll just show you a few of these. I'll change this priority. Let me do a critical one. Did I already do one? No. Let's make something better. App is down. Hopefully we'll never send this, but there, you can see this one's just going to stay up. Let me show you something else actually. Yeah, so obviously you don't want to annoy people. These should be few and far between, but if there is multiple, let's say you don't, open the app for a few days, it won't, keep blasting you with notifications. It'll just show a single one that says you have multiple. And then you can, let's pretend I'm somewhere else in the app and there's multiple notifications. Yeah, so you can go to the app and click here and it will just show you all your notifications. And you can see all of the unread ones are here and you can read them by just clicking them. Yeah, they're all read. And then down the line I want to actually, so you can see here, so the hard work has been done in order to create the whole communication between this tool and the database and the app and everything, and manage the state per user, all of that. But an easier thing to do now, which will be next, is to, rather than trigger notifications from here by us, they can be triggered by the app locally. So that would look something like, let's say you're completing, let's say I'm working on this. So. Let's say I'm working on this, and after I complete this sentence, it means I've completed my 1000th sentence or something like that. Well, the app itself on my device could trigger a little notification by itself saying, well done, you've completed your 1000th sentence. And that's not done yet, that's next. But I'll trigger it from here just so you can see what it might look like. So, well done. You've completed your 1000th sentence. And then let's say it's an achievement. We'll just do it like this. And then maybe it would direct them to here, seems most appropriate. I would complete it and then something like that would come up. And that's it. We can give people little messages, but they're being triggered by what you're actually doing in the app. So this could be something, like that, encouragement or something, and these should be few and far between. Obviously you don't want to be annoyed. I use apps myself. I don't like the way some people do it, so I'm conscious of that. We're conscious of that. But it could be for things that are, meaningful and relevant, that help the user. So things like, certain things may not work in the app if your internet connection goes down. So that's something that we should notify users of, and that would be managed by your device. Only your device knows whether it's connected or not. So if a user currently right now, if a user's using the app and their network connection drops, then certain things in the app won't work, and they may be confused, like in the dark, why is this not working? There must be something wrong with the app. But the issue is that your network connection has went off. So in those cases, a notification would be good to say, hey, your internet connection is off, some things might not work. And then even once your connection comes back on, another little notification saying network connectivity restored, something like that. So yeah, there's different ideas for how to use this, and that's about it. Yeah, so there's a lot of code you can imagine behind this thing in here to accept them and read them and manage the state and all of that. But I think it's good to give some insight into all the workings of the thing and what I'm working on and what to expect next. So yeah, I rushed through that. Hopefully it's interesting for some people. And yeah, I'll keep working on it and maybe make a video soon enough.